Ukrainian army loses up to 65 troops in clashes with LPR forces, Republic. Ukraine's armed forces have lost up to 65 servicemen in clashes with the LPR's People's Militia over 24 hours, LPR's People's Militia spokesman Ivan Filiponenko said on Sunday. In the past 24 hours, during active advancement by the units of the LPR's People's Militia, the adversary suffered major losses in manpower and military equipment. Up to 65 personnel were eliminated, as well as 1 tank, 2 armored vehicles, 2 drones, and 15 units of special automotive equipment. The LPR's People's Militia Telegram channel quoted him as saying, according to the military official, on Saturday, the mine-sweeping units of the LPR's People's Militia cleared over 4 hectares of explosive objects left by the Ukrainian military. Ukrainian army destroys college dorm in LPR town using HIMARS, Mayor. A dormitory of an industrial college in Alchevsk in the Lugansk People's Republic was destroyed in a shelling by Ukraine's armed forces using HIMARS MLRS. The town's mayor Albert Alshev said on Sunday. This time, the rocket strike targeted our college, and absolutely civilian infrastructure. By a lucky coincidence, there were no victims or those wounded. The dorm is completely destroyed and the college's windows were damaged, he said in a video posted on the City Hall's Telegram channel. Earlier, the LPR's mission at the Joint Center for Control and Coordination of Issues related to Ukrainian war crimes reported that at 07:05 Moscow time, the Ukrainian army launched 4 HIMARS rockets at Alchevsk. Man wounded in DPR in shelling by Ukrainian Army Territorial Defense HQ. A resident of the Novolyuginsky settlement in the Donetsk People's Republic was wounded in a shelling by Ukraine's armed forces, the Territorial Defense Headquarters reported on Sunday. Ukrainian militants delivered a strike on Novolyuginsky in the Artyomovsky district. A school's boiler room was damaged. A man is wounded, a statement on its Telegram channel said. Ukraine moves 3 strike groups with foreign fighters near Kremenaya. ND German mercenaries towards the town of Kremenaya in the Lugansk People's Republic, LPR People's Militia officer Andrei Marachko said. The redeployment of additional forces and means of the Ukrainian armed forces in the direction of Kremenaya was noted. 3 strike groups reinforced by Polish and German mercenaries have been identified in the vicinity of the Kremenaya settlement, he said, referring to data received from LPR intelligence. On Wednesday, Marachko reported that for 2 months the Ukrainian armed forces have been making daily attempts to break through the Allied forces' defenses in the LPR People's Militia's area of responsibility. Near the towns of Svetovo and Kremenaya, acting in 2 directions at once, in Krasny Lyman and Kupiansk. Finnish diplomat says Russia's nuclear threats were why country sought NATO membership. The main reason for Finland's aspiration to join NATO was the alleged nuclear threats from Russia after the start of the special military operation in Ukraine. Finnish Foreign Minister Pekka Haavisto told the Kyoto news agency in an interview published on Sunday. The bid to join NATO was caused mainly by Russia's nuclear threats, he said. According to him, with the start of the special military operation in Ukraine, the real security situation in Europe has changed. With this in mind, Haavisto said, Finland had to think about how to react and where to get support in the event of a nuclear and chemical weapons threat, which was a fundamental factor in the decision to join NATO. On May 18, Finland and Sweden applied for NATO membership, however. Their entry bid was immediately stonewalled by Ankara, who demanded that the Nordic countries declare Kurdish organizations to be terrorist ones, extradite persons to Turkey who are accused of terrorist activity or aiding and abetting the 2016 coup d'état attempt, along with removing bans on arms supplies to Turkey. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan held talks with Finnish President Sauli Niinistö and Swedish Prime Minister Magdalena Andersson and NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg on June 28, ahead of the Madrid-hosted NATO summit. The talks yielded a memorandum on Sweden's and Finland's accession to NATO, which is to be ratified by all the bloc's member states. At present, only 2 out of 30 NATO member countries, Hungary and Turkey, have not ratified the protocol. In particular, Ankara demanded from Stockholm and Helsinki, in exchange for ratification, to extradite Kurdish activists associated with terrorist activities against Turkey, as well as persons involved in the attempted military coup in Turkey in 2016, including former Turkish military officers who previously worked in international structures of NATO, who then received asylum in Finland and Sweden.